In honor of April Fool's Day, I thought it might be kind of fun to try and build with one of the worst packs in The Sims 4. And I would argue that we have a number of options to choose from, but for today's purposes, we're gonna go with Luxury Party stuff. Luxury Party is the first pack they ever made, and I think that plays a big role in its lack of content. It's kind of a weird concept as well. It's just like a bunch of party themed stuff, like sparkly clothes. There's a bar and some nice tables and chairs. There's a weird glowing cube. And the main selling point at the time was that it came with a buffet table and also a drinks fountain. So you could have like punch and serve a buffet. But now it's been a few years and those buffet items come in other packs. They even gave one to the base game in an event a couple years ago. So there's not really any real reason for a person to buy this pack. And I wouldn't recommend that anyone buys this pack. I think it's a waste of money. There's honestly not a single thing in this that I would deem worthwhile to use, and that's why we're using it today for April Fool's Day. And I think going into this, my plan is to use as much from this pack as possible and try to make something that actually looks good, despite the fact that I have to use some kind of weird items. This is the entire collection of build items from Luxury Party, by the way. So we don't have a lot to work with. It's gonna be a mostly base game build. I actually do like these chairs. I really like this bar stool. The ottoman is nice. This thing's kind of glittery, which is weird, but can work well for like a wedding venue kind of situation. I also think that these tables are nice and they're useful, so we can kind of make do with that. I'm a little bit more concerned about the glowing cube and the glowing bar, because that's just not really my vibe, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. I'm actually kind of wondering if it would be good if we tried to make a wedding venue, or like just some kind of party venue instead of making a house, because those things are more suitable for a community lot. I'm just not really a big fan of building community lots, so I don't do it very often, but it would certainly be nicer, wouldn't it? Let's replace the solar flare. Let's do a lounge. Well, before I start, I actually wanted to remind you all that I just released some new merch. I'm currently wearing my old merch, so ignore this. But if you check out lilsimsie.shop, I've got a few new things available. There's a blanket, there's a mug, there's a pillow, plus we have a crew neck and a couple of t-shirts. I think it's all really cute, so I hope that you like it too. And you can just find that on lilsimsie.shop. That is linked in the description box for you. And I also have it like in my bios everywhere and stuff too. That is my only actual merch. There are some fake merch websites that are not me. My actual merch is only linked on my profiles. I don't want you to get scammed, so please don't buy anything from those fake websites. I'm kind of wondering about building this to look almost like an old factory sort of vibe. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not, but I kind of was thinking about making the whole thing brick with like black windows. I guess a lot of the windows in the base game aren't really suitable for this, are they? Yeah, because I'd want like the mosquito stuff ones. Oh, what if we made it like really sleek and modern and like kind of a cube shape? I think that this could have some potential. Let me see. I have this vision of trying to use the glass walls too. This is just us going all out trying to use items we never go for. How does this wider one look? This could be kind of cool. We can make it a little bit skinnier so it goes around the corner nicer. I don't know. It might be interesting. Let's see if we can put this on the side. I think that I might have the whole place be open. Like if the whole thing had these tall 2-story ceilings. I mean, it would probably be kind of dark in there, but I guess it's a lounge, so that's kind of the thing, isn't it? Maybe the entrance can be this way. I might want to scoot the whole thing over one tile on the lot so it's centered a bit nicer. And I think I might have there be like a nice big patio in the back, because having some outdoor space would probably be really nice for this area. Maybe also the entrance could be raised up a couple of tiles, so this whole place can be up a couple of tiles, and then this is like a sunken area, because that gives it kind of a cool divide. Okay, and then we'll make sure this has a nice big platform on the roof. Kind of looks like a gym. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it has like a real gym vibe to me. Oh no, because I scooted it over, it like changed how the wallpaper looks. That's so annoying. I want it to look like this. I guess it can just stay scooted over then. Inside, we're gonna wanna have an area for the bar. I'm thinking the bar will be in the back, like over this way. And we're also gonna wanna have an area for the bathroom. What if we put it in the middle? Is that really weird? I think probably, but I don't really mind it being weird. I don't know. It really only needs to have the one bathroom, I think. Or I guess we could do it like this and we could have two. And there could be one door on this side and one door on that side, so it's easy to get to. I don't know how I want this to look. I also really struggle with a lot of the base game doors, always have. So I'm not really sure the best thing to do for the entrance. I feel like it needs to be gray because this kind of has like a gray trim to it. Oh, is that strange? This part inside? I don't know. I guess I could get some columns in there. That might help. And then if there were stairs too. Yeah, I don't know what color. Well, we'll see. I know I want to have a nice bar, but I also kind of want to have a fancy stage because it's kind of nice in a lounge to have a place to put the musical instruments. Okay, let's think. Luxury party. I guess the bar can be, it doesn't need to have like as much of a bar back as I normally would put, I suppose, because we're gonna use this smaller glowy bar instead. Oh, I could put this like glow cube right in the middle. Maybe we could get like a cool thing that you put on top of it, whatever that means. Here's the stage. I think that's good. Although, you know what? I really did like these being in the middle, but now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, it might be better if we had them over. It's just like a more open, accessible area that way. Let's keep them small though, because we don't want to put too much else in them. Plus then this staircase is centered. That's pretty nice. That is better. Functionally speaking, I think that is better. Oh, I hate when that happens. I try and make something weird and it turns out it was too weird. We shouldn't have made it weird. Okay, I'm not sure where I'm gonna put the glow cube now, but I guess I'll figure that out. So we need musical instruments. I think for sure I want to have a piano. I also feel like we should do a guitar, and then they wanted a microphone too. I'll rearrange those in a second. I just want to get like all the necessities placed. Let's use this kind of cool modern toilet, right? Sinks in there. We'll need a trash can somewhere outside. We'll need a stereo. I'm kind of picturing like this one. This is called the Landlord Whisperer. Maybe that could look nice inside. Oh, you also need to have 3 bar stools. This bar only has space for 2. We're gonna have to figure out some kind of alternative for that also. Okay, let's put the tables up here. And then I want to have a dance floor, or like a, I guess it's a pretend dance floor in most of this area. We do have dining chairs that we can use. So I'll just put some chairs around these tables too. I'll rearrange them in a second. Bar stool, I can do those there. I just kind of had a thought. What if we put like a counter in this corner and we put some more bar stools over there? Because then we can get the full max. I mean, this is a very small place to exit the building. I wish I could use the businesses and hobbies door. I really feel strongly about not doing that though. Like, I really feel like we need to try and have this place be limited pack. 1 pack. 1 bad pack. Okay, bathroom doors look good. Oh, I should have just used a door that had a bathroom sign on it, huh? Oh, never mind. I don't like those. I think we have little signs. We could probably put those up there on top of the door instead. We could get rid of one of the bar stools and then have this sliding door to go onto the patio. I think that would be okay. And it comes in gray. It's a different shade of gray, but whatever. Okay, annoyingly, I don't really want any windows on this back wall. But I know that looks really bad. Like, it's probably better if we had windows. Let's get a covered little patio bit right here. I think that would be nice. Oh, you know what else we could do? We could have a glass roof in this section. I think that would be so cool. Yeah, I think the building needed that. Okay, we'll have to move the lights around so that they're not clipping, but that is a really neat touch. Okay, it also needs a love seat. I don't think that, yeah, the one from Luxury Party doesn't count as a love seat. That's pretty annoying. I'll probably just use this one though, I guess, a couple of times. All right, so that's all the necessities placed. Let's get serious about how we want it to look inside. So I kind of wanted to have, I don't know if this is a bad idea, but I was kind of thinking of doing like some kind of shiny concrete flooring for a lot of it. I also think that maybe we could put black stairs or like a grayish color stair instead, because that kind of matches the concrete. And perhaps up here we could have more of a wood. Do I want it to be all gray? I don't know. That wasn't really my vision before. Well, what if we did like a really shiny marble kind of flooring? I guess we could have the wood down there and the marble up here. What kind of accent color are we going for? Like, what are we doing here? I just find these chairs like so revolting. I find the colors very difficult. Like, I'm thinking I might try and put these curtains. Oh no, the size of it is terrible. Okay, let's think this through. Maybe we could do it like this and then have the curtains just in the in-betweens. Oh, they come in gray. we can make the whole place gray if we want to. I actually do kind of like that though. I think it looks kind of cool. I feel like we should get some more wall lights. I might also, maybe I'll bring the sim here, because if I bring a sim here, we can change the lighting color. And I think that would make a big difference as well. I think it looks cool for Manage Worlds. Okay, let's make all of the lights a bit of a cooler tone for now. And maybe we could add color by having some like colorful lighting in here. I'm thinking I'll do carpet. I was gonna do like a darker color, but I think it looks weird with the gray. Oh, what if there was black curtains back here? It gets like a little bit darker on this side maybe. Okay, I'm wondering about putting like a line of these lights. I realize this is kind of clipping a little bit, right? I realize that's like a stripe above this, which I don't know, maybe is kind of weird. But I'm just thinking, maybe we could put like 2 stripes and we can try and pretend that it's some kind of like fancy, I don't know, it's like fancy lines on the wall. Yeah, see, it could be like a wall feature. This might be cool. Let me try and test this out a little bit. Oh, I guess when it was black, it hid the clipping better. Whoa, I didn't mean to make, I thought when I set them for this room, it would just be that part, but it wasn't. So let me make these ones more of a white color again. Or, well, actually, what if all of the lights everywhere were purple? Maybe that's really cool. I think I might put these back to black again. I think now that it's darker over here with the purple lighting, it looks better with black. I feel like the stage specifically should be dark. Luxury Party has no wallpaper, right? Oh boy. What should we use instead then, is the age-old question. I'm thinking maybe we get like a big purple wall up here. These little bump out things can be different, but purple wall is cool. That's weird, lighting glitch right there, but like of course it is. I think that's because there's a platform out on this side. This game. Just amazing, isn't it? How much it pains me. Oh, these could be so cool on this big wall. Oh my goodness, that almost looks like it was made to go there. Wow, okay, I think we're onto something. So we'll try and use that like pink and purple color scheme in here. I'm gonna put black brick, I think, on these little corner pieces. Yeah, that hides it pretty well. Okay, and then if we make this stuff a little bit darker, I think that will also help. Beautiful. Let me see. So in the base game, we do have these lights, and I would love to use them. However, I do also know that they're floating. So we have to figure out something to do about that. We could put like a spandrel in there and maybe that would look like it's some kind of beam that is supporting them. Oh, I guess that's actually kind of cool. And then we have some nice lights on the stage. Wow, that actually came together a lot better than I thought it would. Obviously we have a lot left to do still, but what if we used these chairs? Because they have like the white base and then black on top. I think that looks a little bit fancier. Like I think that adds the spark that was missing before. So it's all kind of like black, white, and purple, I guess. It's a good thing this thing doesn't come in purple at all. So we can't. I'll keep it white though. I'm okay with the counters being white. This comes in purple, but not the right purple. So we probably shouldn't use that either. Maybe we should make this brick thing a little bit larger. Oh, you know what? Maybe that would be cool for us to do over here too. That kind of helps to break up the area a little bit more. Makes it a bit cozier perhaps. Should we try the spandrel? What are you doing? Why didn't you go all the way over there? Okay, let's keep the speaker right there, kind of close to the stage. And then, so I've built things like this before, and in those, sometimes I've put like tables that are kind of facing the stage. I don't know what we think about that, but I have always thought that was kind of a cool way of doing it. And I think you would probably have that kind of thing in real life at a place like this. I think what's also throwing me is I just feel like these chairs don't match the vibes of the place. Like, I think that the drapery doesn't have the same energy as the glow bar. It makes me want to use something that's more modern, but I know that's kind of silly. I feel like it doesn't fit the vibes of the building. I've always had a hard time using those. Those would have been great as like the wedding venue that we talked about. I don't think they look good in here. Oh, this rose, that looks really cool. Because it's got the white rose and then kind of like a purpley color on the base. Oh my gosh, I think we're really onto something with that actually. All right, and let's keep this part open because this is sort of what I'm envisioning would be like the dance floor. I bet we could use these lights. I don't know, those will probably look good. Should we make it nighttime? Oh, I don't like those right there. Oh, let's put them on this wall. That's kind of cool, right? Should they be black on this wall? Yeah, that brings it more over that way. I do actually really like how dark it is. I feel like it's so cool. Let's put this thing just like over here. I think I want to make this one purple as well. Yeah, I think the vibes in this area are good. There's like a sculptural element. I think I feel pretty confident in that. Let's try and put these things up here. We'll get the love seats together. Oh, you know what else we could do? Wait, let me go back to I want to make sure we don't forget the glow cube. So let's put that in here. That's kind of like the purpley bluish color that we're using. Oh, and I think probably these should be black. Yeah, that looks way better. It's more balanced, the color scheme. Oh, this is a different color bar stool. Oh, I like the other color better. I think that looks nicer. Sorry, you're probably like yelling at the screen about that. I'm sorry that I didn't notice before. Shall we do a rug? I kind of like this one, but the colors do not match. I just like the vibes of that for this place. I wish this was like a little bit bigger, that rug. I kind of want it to be a square. Oh, or like maybe this one could be nice because that kind of fits nicely in the corner, right? And then we could have a coffee table on it and like possibly some plants and stuff. And there's still plenty of open area. I actually though, I don't really like it. I almost feel like it would be better to have like 2 love seats next to each other. I don't know. I wish we didn't have to use love seats, but it's one of the lot requirements. Oh, it's also so dark in this corner. Should we get another light and put it up top? That might help. Oh, it does. Okay, it feels like the lighting is more even now. I think I'll use the purple walls in this whole room, so including up top over here. I think I might put some mirrors. I feel like this could be good. I'm gonna raise it up though, so it's kind of like centered on the wall. This way it kind of looks like a fixture and not just like a full-length mirror. Yeah, I think that could be nice. Okay. Let's stick to that. Love that purple wall right there. I think that's amazing. Maybe I'll do some more right here. Yeah, let's just use it everywhere, honestly. I might put like a little bit more of the brick on this part because that looks nice, I think. I'm still thinking I'll stick to the white doors. Would they look better in black? Oh, we could do black and white. Oh, there you go. That solves that problem. Yeah, really undecided about this area. Let's try and make the bathroom. I'm thinking I'll do black tile everywhere, something like that. I will make sure we have a really nice mirror above the sink. And then I kind of want to get some artwork, like something purpley. Oh, this one could be really nice to put in the bathrooms. I like how that has a bunch of color in it. Okay, should we do a more interesting ceiling light? Trouble is, there's not really interesting ceiling lights, at least not in the base game. What would this look like if I made it purple? Oh, that's actually okay. Never mind, sorry. Oh, you know what else? We could make this room bigger. Oh, but this is clipping. Do I care about that? I do think it would be nice to have a bigger room. Or you know what? Maybe I'll leave it for the base game version. But then if you were to download this lot, I think if I were you, I would put a closet like from Get Together in that space, because then you could woohoo in it. Or I guess like the Love Struck supplies closet. I would use it for that purpose, but we don't really have anything that would be good in the base game. And I don't really want to put a shower in there. Like that feels kind of random to me. So let's just let it be open space. Okay, base game plants. I'm thinking I'll get this one right here because that's pretty big. I like how it looks. Might be nice to have another one of those in this area somewhere. Yeah, okay, that could work right there. And then I wanted to look at like things, I guess. I'm wondering about putting this sculpture right there on the glow cube. Oh, or what about like this? Oh, why don't you slot there? That's so annoying. But what about that thing? It's floating. That's also annoying, sorry. Because that's kind of like a sculptural element and it has the right color scheme to it. Okay, I think I like that as like a highlight. You know, it's like a cool feature in the build. I think I'm also gonna put another speaker right here. That's like a wall speaker. I sized it down. Oh, you know what else I'm thinking about? Maybe instead of those things right there, what if we put the bar thing? Hold on, let me move that out of the way. This has like a blue, but I think that's probably okay. I feel like that's a cool detail for that wall, and it makes it look finished. Should they be sitting on the counter or raised up? Probably raised up, right? We could have this light behind that, perhaps. I do kind of like the concept of using those as a display. Let me see. Oh no, it's right here. This has to be blue. It's like the only color the sign comes in, but I thought I would put the sign out front like that. I'm not really liking the panel right there. I could use it on this wall so we can still have it. Maybe I could have put that where the mirrors are instead too. I guess we can use the bigger version of it up there also. I do like that. Let's use this cool lamp again right here by the entrance. How should I rotate it? I think I like that rotation. Make it purple. Let's put a coffee table on it. Before, when I had them like this, I think that's probably a little bit less like useful in terms of functionality. I also just kind of like it better. I don't know. Can I make these black? Color scheme wise, I feel really unsure about those things. Here's this cool black side table. I guess I can put that next to it. Should I have like a lamp there? What's in the lounge items category? Should we go through all of this? Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I was thinking about like decor, but I guess I don't really have a lot of options. You know what I've used before is this one and then made that have purple light coming out of it, or you know, whatever, any color, because it kind of makes the lampshade look cooler. I don't know. I just feel like the coffee table is too close to this seat, but I think it needs a coffee table, or we could have no coffee table, just let it be open. I actually have no idea what I want out of this. I think maybe I like that best. I think I like that best because it's like a nice conversation area. I'll put a single rose on that table too. Okay, I think that might be the interior. We have a lot to do on the exterior, so let's start thinking about that. I'll probably save first as well. Yeah, we need to figure out some kind of solution for this part because that looks really bad. Maybe we'll just have the patio be larger and like perhaps a little bit more lopsided. Oh, we could have it have like a little bit of a split leveling too, this patio, because I think that might be a good way to break up the blank wall. Let's talk base game fences. Options are not good. Let's do a half wall. Never mind. Okay, I like the half wall because I like that it kind of matches everything and you can use it at the same height around the whole place. So that'll be fine. We could probably use, oh, I got rid of the concrete that I liked. Unless, let's see, what kind of, I think I like this flooring. I'm feeling like maybe we could put a fountain up here. Oh, but can you put a fountain on platforms? It probably won't let me, will it? No. We could put a fountain down here. Ew. We could have it like just off to the side. Okay, I think that this actually could be interesting. Should we just put a fountain like that in it? If I raise up the jet water emitters, what does it look like? Like, what would this be if I tried to make it much fancier? I don't think we can put it in that because it's gonna clip, but let me just like unpause the game and see. Oh, it does make it look a lot bigger. That could be kind of cool. Okay, I think I want to have more of a paver sort of texture though on the floor. Of course, the base game ones are like pretty bad. I think this will be okay. I think that is acceptable. Maybe on the back, because it looks so weird, we could just have like a big version of the sign. And then it feels more intentional to have the big plain wall. Okay, there's an outdoor trash can. I think we should probably have another set of speakers. And I kind of would like to have another bar. I do worry though, because sometimes when you have more than one bar on a community lot in The Sims 4, they like don't work right. Just in real life, they would have another bar. Okay, I think I'm gonna put a little bit of greenery out here. There's not gonna be a lot of greenery. Oh, that's too short. There's not gonna be a lot of greenery on this lot just because we're in the desert, but I think it would be nice to have some separation. So I've done it like this and like lined it up with the rest of the building, and I'll just put some bushes in it. Oh, you know what else? Let's put a staircase over here because that would look nice on this lot, and then it like, I don't know, it connects the whole place up, makes it a little bit more accessible. Oh, you know what we could do? What if there was another little stage? That could be nice instead of the bar. And that way, because I find that sometimes when I'm playing as like a musician type of sim, I want to come to one of these bars and be able to like play or tell jokes or whatever. But everything is taken. All the other Sims are using them already. But if we did it like this, there's an extra microphone and we can fit in a violin. So there's one of every musical instrument and then both the mics. Okay, I'm gonna get some lights by the door. Probably a couple more lights by this door. I need to have stairs in the front too. I didn't put those yet. I guess I'll put the path kind of like that. I do actually kind of like the idea of having this pathway go around the whole place. I don't know how much of the dirt I want to leave it with. I think there's some potential here. Okay, I think I also might honestly put another glass roof thing up here. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, it makes it look better in the day, and then also I feel like it's a nice touch for the outside. It just like feels less like a big flat box. I've been really putting off painting the walls. I think I should probably do it, but I just don't want to. I'm scared of it. I think I know that I want the platforms to have like this kind of texture to them. I think like masonry, the brick looks kind of weird up against the flooring. So should I do like a black brick again? Oh, you know what we could do is have this whole building be a black brick. Like just this side, I mean, including the roof. And then we can do some kind of other texture like the grayish, it's almost like a grayish paint or something. We try and get one that's sort of matchy to this and we put that on the other sides. I'll have to figure out something to put on the wall down here. Let's put the half wall up here then. Needs to be a little bit taller. I'll just put it around all the edges and I'll paint that brick. But I'll keep this part gray on the inside, I think. That's good. We do definitely want to paint the ceiling though. Let me see what comes in black. Yeah, that makes a huge difference right there. Also probably underneath probably underneath this too. No, why is it doing this to me? I actually can't even get to it. Oh, am I on the wrong height? I haven't a clue why this is happening to me. What? That worked. Okay, whatever. That's fine. What the? Why does it look like this? I can't see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll get rid of the platform for a second. Okay, that fixed it. And then can we just raise it up? Okay, whatever. Problem is solved. It's fine. I think I love that so far. We definitely need to fix the landscaping and I want to get a bunch more accent like things around. Let me think about the wall. I kind of had this vision about using this siding and just having it be like a kind of gray color because it's a little bit different, but it's still pretty matchy and it adds an extra texture. And then hopefully it like looks a little bit more like a fence. I never usually build with this many dark colors. I feel like this is a little bit strange for me, but it's coming along. Okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna put some gravel in some of the other areas. Oh, maybe I'll just put gravel everywhere instead of the orange. I feel like that kind of makes sense. There's palm trees everywhere in this area. I don't really want palm trees. I kind of want to have like a bit more green. Oasis Springs has a lot of these. These are cypress trees. I've put those in places in this world before. Maybe I'll do that and I'll get some more in the back as well. We could use them a little bit taller in the back, possibly. Okay, I kind of want it to be in a pot or something. I actually think in some ways, it having like barely any landscaping is kind of nice. Like it looks like it's in a city or something, but it's really hard for me to think about just like not putting landscaping down. Like I feel like I'm doing something wrong by doing that. I want to look through debug just a tiny bit because I'm curious to see if we can find anything that looks like a planter. I feel like the base game is not really going to be good for this, but at least like not really good for this in the way that I want it to be, you know? Because there's this thing in the base game debug, but I guess I just don't feel like I'm really going for that. So, what if we put like this along the front? I have never used this thing before. I feel like it's maybe a little bit too tropical. I want it to be a bit more on the modern side. I do really like that though. We might need to figure out a build that we can try and use that in. If I made this smaller and then put the thing in and then put the platform back, would that be fine? What? Even that is too high? Oh my, platforms are a curse. I want to use these so bad. Well, I can at least do that in the back. What? Okay, scoot it forward. There we go. That doesn't clip anymore. I don't know if that's really weird, but it's gonna stay. If I scoot these over a little bit, you still do it? Okay, well that's simply not gonna do. So let's solve it. The thing is, it's like in the middle of two tiles. So I can't really put like a floor tile there because this is where they place. And that's no good. Let's just start getting some more outdoor lights in because I know that we're gonna wanna have some really nice lighting going down the side of this place. Did that turn purple just then? I can't even tell. Let's see what it looks like at nighttime. Whoa. Oh my God, that's so cool. This is what it needed. You know what? This is fine. This is so fine. I could possibly just use these base game planter boxes in the front. Yeah, that looks good, I think. And then we have like something supporting them. I might use the same ones in the back then. Looks a little bit better, I would say. Absolute last thing, finishing touches. I want to get some more furniture in the back patio. Probably just like some of these, right? Okay, there's a few tables back there. Oh, should I use white? Maybe we should put the white. Might look a little bit better outside. Okay, I made those have purple lights too, but you can't even see them, I don't think, outside really. Oh, you can see them. That looks so cool at nighttime. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Let me get a couple more lights outside. Like we kind of need to have a couple right here probably. And then I think we might be done. Did we use everything from Luxury Party? Oh, you know what I didn't put anywhere? I didn't put the buffet table. Not even in a single place. In my head, I was gonna put it outside and then I never did. Oh dear. I also didn't use the ottoman anywhere, but I think that's probably okay. Where should it go? Maybe we could just put it outside. We could have only 2 tables out here and then have the buffet table in the corner because that would probably be nice. And then you can stock that with food. You can put drinks in it. I'm feeling like I need more lights this way. I think now we are ready. This is very different from things that I normally build, but I feel pretty proud of how it turned out. I think that's pretty neat. What should we call it? Ooh, midnight lounge, right? Because it's like these cool dark purple and black colors. All right, hopefully I didn't mess up and use a pack item by accident. I think it should be only luxury party. Well, there you go. I hope that you enjoyed this video. This was fun for me. I still wouldn't recommend you buy this pack, but I'm glad that we were able to use it in a new way and like get some more use out of it. So hopefully those of you that have previously bought it, like I did, you'd be able to get some use out of it more now too. I might place this lot in my legacy save and have them come visit it because this is kind of cool. But with that, I will stop yapping. I'll have my merch link down below in case you want to go and check that out. And I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. I love messing with the lighting in this game. I think it makes such a huge difference. Like the whole reason this is cool is because of the purple lights. The build's just fine, but the purple lights make it have like personality. It's really neat.